Hi friends, so this is my third and final layout for Not Just for Boys Kit Club for the Vivid Kit, which is the main kit for September 2020. So I looked in the papers that I have, and I was lucky enough to get 2 sets of the papers, so I have lots and lots. So I'm so happy because I have this, right? It's Heidi Swapp's Old School and True Blue, but look at this side. So I don't have to pick, which makes me very happy. I also very much like both sides of this one. It is a really nice, deep walnutty brown called Walnut/Cream Dot. So I have all of these. So I have 2 sets of each of these papers. I was like, okay, so I really was feeling these. Now let me show you the photo and I'll show you what I'm starting to bring in. This is a picture. My son just recently moved into his own home and he cleaned out the garage, which was gross and probably not touched for 20 years. So he popped on a bandana and got to work, and his girlfriend sent a Snapchat of this picture, and I just screenshotted it because I thought it was kind of nifty. So it's not super clear. It really isn't. And I really don't care because sometimes we like the picture and it doesn't matter if it is the most perfect picture of all time and, you know, all of that. Sometimes you just got to keep the memory and the feeling around it. So I went ahead. We have this Magical Forest set of puffy stickers, puffy alphas. And I'm grabbing the title, This Boy, with 3 of those cute little asterisk things to use on it. So I know that. I have my paper. I have my title. I did go ahead and look in the embellishment goodies, and I did like these 2 cards from the Amy Tan late afternoon set. I'll keep those next to me. I have 2 more pieces of the packaging because I cut out a bunch of the packaging for a previous layout. Then let's see, what else did I grab? These 3 little Deedle hoppers. I don't even know if I'm using them yet. I really like them. I just like the texture. I'm sure they're not called Deedle hoppers, but for the, for today there. I did grab these buttons because they're super cool. Do you see that they have like a little ledger pattern on the buttons? How cool is that? The pearly bits, they're half pearls and they're like pale blue pearl color as well as this really nice rich brown, and they come in a couple of colors. So I'm going to have those handy, which I love. Now the stamp set this month is pretty awesome with the word intense, colorful, vivid, all of these kind of things. So I like the idea of maybe bringing in the stamp set, but once again, I used it before and I liked using it with the second generation kind of stamping. So I think I might be doing the same thing. It's just kind of some of the background of this, not so much a bold, perfect stamp is what I'm thinking. Now, this is the cut file this month. It is a wood round, and I'm thinking about coloring it in a little bit with one of my mists. So I'm thinking about doing that. Got the boy. And, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go with this, and I think I'm going to kind of have a bit of a central design. Not really sure fully what I'm doing. But what I did do, because I have some specific items and I usually like to build out more and more and more. I was looking at some of the goodies I have from previous kits. I might also use this Love You to the Moon and Back. That was from a baby boy kit from a million years ago. I picked this up a la carte in the store and I love them. Look at this. These are like this really nice patterned die cut stickers, and they're from Studio Calico. Not sure if I'll use them. I brought them out. I brought a bunch of stuff that I have left over from previous kits. I have some wood veneer that I thought would be neat to have handy. And I have these great little stars handy. Not sure if I want to use them or not. I just have them handy. As well as some of these metal pieces. And particularly the metal piece I'm looking at are the gears, because my son really likes working on his car a lot. And I thought that might be a nice little touch with this stuff. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim my photo. First plan. I know this is my background right here, and I've got some Hinker to do some paper tearing with this and put it at the top and at the bottom of my background. So I know I'm going to do that. I'm going to color up my wood round because it wants to have a little something funky going on with it. It apparently told me. So I'm going to color that up. And once I have a little bit more of an idea of this design, I'm going to come back and share it with you. All right, so quick check-in. I went ahead and misted this up. So I had a little something going on to take away a little of the whiteness. And I did triple map my photo. I did it in that denim color, a piece of the gray cardstock that came with the cut file, and then the denim color again. So just bringing in a lot more of the blue because he has a blue headband on. Great. I tore pieces for the top and the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and attach them down in a minute. Now this is about dry, so what I think I will do, because I want to make sure it doesn't fall apart, if at all possible. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of cut it in half. Well, not kind of. The little sucker is getting cut in half, as we can all see, because I want to be able to bring it in a couple of places. Oh, and also this blue piece right here, I went ahead and made a quick little fishtail banner. So I'm thinking something kind of like this. Now, I mean, my son also loves the outdoors. So this does work as kind of an element, but not necessarily is that a chunk of, or, a woodcut. Just so we see something kind of cool back there. Ooh, and I like it kind of offset. So more is happening. So what I'm thinking of doing, and I need to make room for the title, don't I? So I have this, and I told you that I was kind of liking the idea of bringing in this American Crafts Remarks little, so I wanted to do This Boy, Love You to the Moon and Back on here, I think. Or I could just do This Boy. I don't know. This was the idea before I started building this, which is one of those great things. So if I just bring this over here a little bit, I can have my title right here and you can really, really see it. So I might kind of do that. So it looks just like a giant, exaggerated, wood circly, non-doily, manly doily kind of piece right there. All right, so let me stick these things down. Because then what I want to do with my other pieces is I told you I wanted to do kind of like a second generation stamping with this around this area. And I don't know if I'm using the Deedle Hoppers. Please don't listen to what I call things. I just like them. The only reason I'm thinking of not using them is they have this gold finish and I have bronzy kind of going right there. Don't really know. We're working our way through the process. So I might sneak in just a couple of these pieces. I want to get some splatty bits on with mist. But I think the very first thing we should do is get some of these pieces that I have going. I think we should go ahead and get them attached down, because this might be one of those things where I tell you about it and you're getting bored with me telling you about it. And we could just shut up about it and do it, right? So I did say in my last video, people have said, oh, I love your new format where you kind of say what you're going to do and you come back and you give an update and all that, which I, quite frankly, love that format. And then I've had people say also, I really miss when you would do more on screen and I like that part better. So I'll try to do some of both. Because, that's the most one can do is try to do some of both when people like it. So I will try. We'll just see how it goes. Now, the reason for, how this newer format, I guess we'll call it, came around was because my house tends to be kind of loud. And when I do have I'm busy, whatever, like we all are. But when I do have the time to get crafting, I like to do that, right? But the editing that goes into these kind of videos can take me about as long as the crafting. So, I end up doing double time with the other format, whereas I can just kind of listen to myself babble a bit with, the kind of telling you what I'm going to do and going for it format that I've been up to. Anywho, my whole point is let's mix it up a little, and when it's quiet at my house, like today I am the only one here aside from the dogs that are behind me on the bed. When I'm in one of those situations, we will say awesome and we can go with it. I think I need foam. And when I'm not, we will do our best to still bring content that hopefully you will enjoy. Now here's a question. Might as well just ask Martha because she responds to me ever so quickly. Martha and friends, I have a big old hinker to make some page kits. So, what ways would you like me to approach the page kits? Do you like page kits based on color? Do you like page kits based on an alpha and build it around that? I tend to like to make page kits using all different kinds of ways to approach them because to me that's super fun to get the challenge. So why don't y'all let me know some different ways you'd like me to approach them, because I think this week I'm going to be filming some and that would be awesome. All right, so here's kind of the start of this. So now I think I want to get some splatty bits on here before I get too far because I don't want to have to worry about covering everything and being super tidy. Now it's so funny. I usually use my Gold Jen Hatfield mist, and I'm not right now, and it splats so differently. I know it's a different formula. I get the concept, but it's very interesting to me. All right, so I've got some nice bits. He was cleaning a garage. He was dirty and dusty and reportedly had all kinds of junk in his hair. It is true. I think he lived, with the advent of the shower thing, but yes, that is what happened. So now we're going to let that dry, and it's the same mist that I used on my little wood round. So I think that will work out ever so nicely. Now I did go ahead and dry the wood round because I saturated it like crazy. I won't wait for these, I won't be waiting for the splatty bits to dry. I figure, why do I need to be patient at this time? I just don't feel like it. So I'll just kind of go for it. Try to work around them. They're half dry already. This guy right there doesn't want to dry. I wonder if it has something to do with the finish of that paper. Don't know. All right, that's on. So, and we did talk about that I wanted, here I'm trying to get a napkin bit, that I wanted to get my title on as well before we go too much further, because we want to make sure that the title actually gets on there. Okay, making sure I am in frame. Voila. All right, so I'm going to pull the rest of my pieces, get my title on. I think that would be really cute right there. And then we'll start tucking stuff once I know really what I want to use to finish this up. Oh, and remember also, I wanted to do some second generation stamping. So with that in mind, I'm going to decide how I want to do that. Do I want to do it around there? Do I want to do it around the photo? I don't know. So I'm going to get my thinking cap on and be back in a jiffy. So super quick check-in. I went ahead and did 3 generations of stamping with this word intense as well as the word vivid coming down. Then I thought I really like that deep brown in this ink I have. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of splatty bits with that as well. I was testing out my my stamping on that. So I thought I'd just go ahead and have a couple different colors of this brown for splatty bits in here. And then, oh, and I got my title on too. Big updates for y'all, but kind of works that we have all these like brown toned splats considering what the photo is all about. But I did want to bring you back real quick to let you know that I went ahead and stamped that. And I love the way it turned out. So yeah, all the first and second and whatever generation of splatty bits, of stamping is just how many times you stamp it. It's not a big explanation, but you can get really different effects as you go along. All right, now I'm going to add the rest of the goodies in and I'll bring you back and show you the finished product. All right, my friends, I have this one finished up. I love the way it turned out, so let me give you some info. I did go ahead and bring the stamping over here as well into this cluster where it says stand out, 3 generations of stamping there. I used all 3 colors of the pearls that are in our set. I use the buttons that are in our kit in 3 places, so that's fun. I decided I wanted to put stars in here to show off the stars that are in his headband. So I just grabbed my star punch. It's just a little guy, just a little fella. Oh, and then this color right here of the star, I actually punched that out of those die cut stickers I showed you early on, just out of this piece. If I really want to, I can use the top of this little dealio at another point. Not super worried about it though. So I think that's all I wanted to show you. And of course, I put in those gears that were from a previous kit into each of my clusters as well. So, phew, I will have the links down below for everything to do with the Not Just for Boys Kit Club, how you can get on the wait list, reservations list, wait list, I don't know, it's a wait list, to get your hands on these fabulous kits. You'll have the link for the blog, the Facebook group, the store, all of that good stuff. So come join us, and I can't wait to see what you create with the same kit. Goodbye, friends.